Hey everyone, so let's follow up from our last video where we talked about hiring a management company to handle everything surrounding your aircraft. Today we're going to be discussing creating your own flight department. So we're going to go over a brief description of the main points. So if you want to know more, don't hesitate to reach out to me through social media or the email at the end of the video. So first, you're going to need to ask yourself a lot of very important questions that define how you're going to set up the vision for your new corporate flight department. So it's basically like a startup for a business. Let's define your operational needs. Where will you base your aircraft and what aviation resources are in your area? How many hours a year do you plan to fly? Do you want to fly 24/7? Do you want to fly internationally? And if so, where are you going to go? For security and privacy, do you want to own your own hangar? Do you want to own your own maintenance operation? And will you manage one or eventually grow into a multi-aircraft operation? Then you're going to need to define your aircraft needs. How long do you plan to keep the aircraft? Is it leased or owned? Will you add a helicopter later? Will you use an airplane for executive ad hoc transport or more like a corporate shuttle? When it goes in for maintenance, what will you use? Will you fly with the airlines? Will you charter, do a fractional share, or an interchange agreement with another jet owner that allows you to use each other's aircraft? The answers will guide you into the right aircraft for you and make sure that you ensure maximum future flexibility. Okay, so let's say that this is your first jet. You're only going to need one, and you want the convenience and total control that go with having full-time pilot employees. A key strategy to build a fantastic flight department is to hire an experienced chief pilot. The trick to finding the right chief pilot is not to pay for someone's learning curve. Not just any pilot qualified to fly your aircraft can do everything else for you. So you're going to need someone with a lot of experience, and this is like thousands of hours. Ideally in the make and model of aircraft you want to buy. You have to have a safety first and efficiency second mindset. They should hold an airline transport pilot's license. They should be an effective people manager, a leader, and someone who could ideally hold some kind of airframe inspector designation, or at least some sort of airframe and power plant mechanic's license. A chief pilot's job is to keep you alive by delivering you to your destination safely and operating your aircraft as economically as possible within the rules and regulations. This person must have your utmost confidence as you're hiring someone to run a multi-million-dollar company, and if their judgment or performance is off, you can lose a lot more than your money. A good chief pilot will be able to help with the pre-buy inspection, hire the right crew, and oversee all the issues and expenses associated with aircraft operation, including maintenance. So let's talk about that. Maintenance largely depends on where you want to keep your aircraft and how you want to pay for it. If you're at a small airport, aircraft maintenance techs and parts may be hard to come by. But if you're near a larger regional or international airport, you'll have an easier time. However, if I were based in a more remote location, I might think about hiring my own mechanic or basing my aircraft at an airport with more maintenance resources and then having it dispatched to pick me up when needed. You can imagine that these maintenance options have incrementally higher costs attributed to them. So when it comes with dealing with service centers and warranty issues, having a chief pilot with mechanic training can be an invaluable resource. With at least one pilot who is a licensed mechanic, you can also do little things such as fluid changes, top-offs, minor component replacement without having to fly to a service center, saving you money and valuable time. So there's a joke in aviation. For an aircraft to fly, the weight of the paperwork must equal the weight of the aircraft. Obviously this isn't true, but it'll definitely seem that way. You'll need space to organize and file maintenance and operations records, flight training manuals, pilot operating handbooks, flight manifests, charts, maps, and logbooks. Not all of these will be in an electronic format, and you'll need them for your periodic audits and inspections, not to mention for filing your yearly taxes. Starting a flight department kicks off a paper landslide, and your books better be accurate and up to date. Whoever keeps them needs to be an expert in the minutiae of civil aviation regulations of your host nation. So let's talk about cost. This is the key point. You're buying an aircraft to maximize your available time to grow your business. At the outset, you'll have to wrap your mind around paying some huge bills and having little to show for it. Sometimes months before you're even ready to go business jet shopping. And after that, expenses will just keep on coming. Every cent in savings matters, as maintenance bills can be hundreds of thousands of dollars or more. So big unexpected maintenance expenses can easily take the wind out of your sails. Make sure you take note of hourly airframe and engine maintenance programs from the aircraft and engine OEM, or an independent company that can make your maintenance budget almost completely predictable and give your aircraft a higher resale value. So even if you end up hiring a mechanic, they're generally a good idea to take part in. We covered a lot today, so let me know in the comments if you have any questions. Until then, if this has sparked a thought in your mind or you need any help considering your options, please drop me a line at Crimson Air Services. Until next time, I wish you blue skies.